The pullback toy car is a common toy many of us have played with. However, this simple toy contains a fairly ingenious analog mechanism that allows for conceptually infinite playtime. Let's take a look. By pressing down and pulling back, we can make this little toy take off. But how does it work? After removing the case or shell and screws, we are left with the front wheels, back wheels, and most importantly, a motor. Let's open this motor up and see what makes it tick. The motor is composed of 5 gears and a twisted metal coil called a torsion spring. The big gear has an extension with a notch, which allows it to fit into the center of the spring. This notch allows the gear to wind the spring up whenever it turns. The more the spring is winded up, the more kinetic energy it stores. Once released, it will unwind, releasing its stored energy, allowing for a chain reaction. Now, let's take a look at how the chain reaction works. When the car is pulled back, the chain reaction starts. The hind gear turns backward, making the body gear turn forward, pushing the wind-up gear forward, and the wind-down gear backward, both guided by their notches. This locks up the wind-up gear with the teeth of the big gear. As the hind gear keeps turning backward, the wind-up gear keeps turning forward, making the big gear wind up the torsion spring. Until then, by letting go of the car, the wind-up gear is moved out of its locked position, while the wind-down gear moves into its position. Now that the spring is allowed to unwind, as it unwinds, it turns the big gear backward, allowing it to turn the wind-down gear, which turns the body gear, which finally turns the hind gear, making the back wheels turn forward, pushing the car with its momentum. Nice.